year is 1986. My father had just moved out with his roommate and we're living in an apartment. One night, his roommate gets a little too schnockered, and he decides that he wanted to go to a 7-Eleven. He walks into this 7-Eleven and gets himself some nachos, but for whatever reason, he takes the entire nacho cheese machine, like the whole machine, and carries it out of the store without anyone noticing. How that happens, I will never know. He brings it into his apartment building, climbs the stairs with this whole thing, and plops it right outside the door and knocks. My dad opens the door and sees this sight. He asks him why the hell he has a nacho cheese machine. And his friend responds, because I thought it would be useful. He apparently dumped it in a Sobeys dumpster the next morning. Yep.
How?
Wow.
How do you... How do you do that? Wait, you're telling me he just waltzed in, took an entire nacho cheese machine, brought it up like those apartment stairs, and then just dumped it the next morning?
Yep. You know how big those machines are? Have you been inside a 7-Eleven and bought nachos?
I have not gotten nachos, but I think I've seen the machines. They're not small.
Yeah, they are fairly large.
It is.
Mind you, the thing has like 40 pounds of melted cheese inside of it, let alone the machine itself.
Did he leave like a trail of nacho cheese in his wake?
Oh no, he managed to carry it very steadily. It was mess-free.
What?
Amazing.
He just pulled off the perfect crime by himself.
It was
Get
quite...
this man a medal.
Jeez.
So welcome to the Experience Podcast, episode 6.
Yeah, welcome to episode 6, everybody. Woo!
One of probably the biggest complaint that people have had about the podcast so far is our audio quality is not really so up to snuff. So we've taken
it's
it into heart.
Suboptimal, to say the least.
So we have changed our recording method, and we should be a lot more audibly pleasant from this point forward.
We totally invested quite a few hundreds of dollars in this product, so yes.
What?
Speaking of that sneeze, you guys heard that Trump said in a press conference that it would be a good idea to disinfect yourselves by injecting bleach into yourself.
For coronavirus?
And then Lysol proceeded to say,
No.
No, please do not do that. That is an awful idea. And then
Trump probably just came
to say, yeah, I was just being sarcastic and just to see the reaction I would get,
Makes sense.
Yeah, sure.
Probably would have committed a bigger mass genocide.
Obvious that if you were to just inject bleach just straight into your bloodstream, that would probably be lethal. But how?
Probably. Yeah.
And if it is, okay, it's most likely lethal. But will it kill the coronavirus before you die?
Well, the coronavirus needs to have a living host to survive, so technically it will kill it.
Well, that's after you die. I'm talking about before you die.
Well, he never said anything about you surviving. He said it would kill the coronavirus.
Well, then technically he's right. Technically, there's no falsehood in that sense. It's just a what's the word for it? Misleading.
a tad misleading.
A little bit misleading. It will kill the virus, but it will also kill you in the process. Hey,
it's called false advertising.
It's just a win-win.
There you go. Win.
It's just a win-win.
I see no loss in this situation whatsoever.
I see no flaws with this plan.
Oh, it's foolproof.
It's foolproof.
Okay.
It's just another way to reduce world population.
Do you think there's like an actual like what other methods could we use to like kill the coronavirus in your body but also potentially not be lethal to yourself?
Actually just kind of, vibing in your house for 3 weeks like the doctors tell us to.
Yeah.
No, but I'm talking like an instant remedy.
Instant.
Well, I mean, if there was something else out there, it would, be out there already.
Yeah, like
I don't know. But here we're gonna invent something right now. We're gonna cure the coronavirus in this episode.
Okay, drown, and then be brought back to life 5 minutes later.
No, but the virus will still be on there. The virus lives longer than that.
Okay, drown for 20 more minutes.
Just,
I think that's easier said than done.
Do it longer, forehead.
Just be underwater, stupid. So easy.
Dummy.
It's so easy. It's literally the easiest method possible.
Yep.
It's so easy. It's simple. It's so simple.
I mean, it's susceptible to heat, so maybe you could like crawl in the oven and ask your friend to set you to convect bake.
Yeah, put me on there for 325 for now.
Yo, Jacob. Hey, yeah, what is it? Hey, I need you to do me a favor, okay? I'm gonna crawl in the oven real quick, and I want you to preheat to 350. Is that all right with you?
He's just kind of like,
yeah, sure,
wait.
man.
All right.
All right. Doesn't even question it.
Actually,
no.
Wouldn't it get hot in there?
You know what?
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Maybe not 350. Okay, 325. How about that?
Sounds decent.
Genius.
All right, now we're good.
You may want to do it for like maybe 10 more minutes.
30 minutes later, the smell of seasoned meat starts coming from it.
Just starts salting you.
Pulls out the rack and starts basting.
Just kind of leave it out to dry for a little bit. Kind of
Put
cool
it
down.
inside.
Yeah.
You gotta let it sun dry.
Exactly. And then the sun will kill the rest of the bacteria off.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. And now you're golden. Literally. You're probably golden brown by the end of that.
Golden brown.
Yeah.
I think we more so invented a new way of tanning.
About that.
I think that's a bit of extreme tanning, if you ask me.
Yeah,
I think that's less of tanning and then caramelizing your skin.
Okay, if you just, you could do like an instant tan if you just like set the oven to like 400 degrees Fahrenheit and then just kind of crawl in there for like 30 seconds and then just come out instant tan.
Yeah, that's fair.
Actually, I'm pretty sure it's not how it works, but
I'm pretty sure that's not how it works.
I mean, it's never been done, so
exactly.
You can't
no
rule
one's
out
tried it, so you can't just rule it out. So someone has to do it to see if it really is possible to just kind of get an instant tan from the oven like that.
I will say that your skin will change color. I feel like that's a definite.
I feel like there might be some.
And in the right direction? That's up to interpretation.
Yeah, it depends. It really depends on what you want the result to be.
And the smell.
And yeah, you'll smell nice and seasoned up.
That's only if you use seasoning. You'll just smell burnt hair if you didn't prepare yourself properly.
Yeah, that's only if you shave yourself bald everywhere and slather yourself in butter before just hopping in.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious.
And then that's how you get the perfect results, of course. I mean, I feel
like this is like teetering on the edge of cannibalism at this point.
I feel the same. I agree with you.
If you eat somebody who has coronavirus, will you get coronavirus from eating them?
Yes.
Let's not find out.
Maybe. I mean, yeah.
I mean, I feel like the answer is absolutely yes.
It should be.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Maybe don't eat somebody who tried out that theory.
Yeah, please don't.
Just for safe sake, maybe don't do that.
Oh, so no. Oh, so try out the theory, but make sure no one eats you afterwards.
Right. Wait, what?
It's foolproof.
Wait,
Genius.
what?
Wait.
No, eating somebody was the theory. What are you talking about?
What? I thought the theory was using your oven as a tanning bed.
No, I'm talking about a new theory. No, that was the previous theory. We're on like theory number 2 now.
Oh, it was just so seamless. I didn't notice the change.
No, theory number 1 is crawling into the oven. Theory number 2 is cannibalism. Theory number 2 does probably. I don't think we got to theory 3 yet.
Joe Biden, he's behind all this.
I thought theory 3 was like. Wait, I thought theory 1 was injecting yourself with bleach, and theory 2 was the oven.
Oh, so theory 3 is cannibalism.
So theory 3 is cannibalism. So now we're on theory 4. How exactly would that theory play out?
It doesn't. So don't worry about it.
We killed Joe Biden, and nobody else, and then it just ceases to exist. No more COVID.
Yeah, that's fair. I think Joe Biden is
okay, but that's also, assassinations are easier said than done. Theory 5. I don't know, what's theory 5?
Pulling off the perfect crime.
The perfect crime, rob a bank, get all of the money, and then use that for coronavirus treatment, or donate it to like a coronavirus treatment research thing. But now the question is, how do you pull off the perfect crime?
I think you just eat as much Taco Bell as you possibly can consume, and then walk into the bank just as you're about to explode.
Oh, dear Lord.
What, like a suicide bomber?
You're a ticking time bomb.
I don't think that's the perfect crime. I believe the perfect crime is not that. We can rule out that possibility.
Crime, all right, but I don't know if
it's a crime, but it's not the perfect one.
Okay, I think different standards.
I think it's very clear that we need to define what the perfect crime is before we think about how to perform the said perfect crime.
Well, okay.
Okay. What do most people
What are some ground rules?
What are some ground rules?
I think for a perfect crime, nothing should go wrong in the plan, and nobody should.
Well, then mine's foolproof, man. Like, what could go wrong?
Your farts could fail.
Did you expect your farts to fail after eating so much Taco Bell the night before?
Dude,
you feel that is failure.
Or you can like premature fart.
Bruh, that's how you're a ticking time bomb. It's just brewing in your rectum.
No, but like it happens before you make it to the bank. And then you destroy the bank. It's not that's not a perfect crime. No, but
that's why you shove an extra taco down your throat before you enter the door.
Eat a can of beans while you're at it.
Should leave no trace. I'm pretty sure that exploding into the Tsar bomb of Taco Bell is leaving a little bit of a trace.
Just imagine like
the forensics comes in and DNA tests.
DNA tests?
So what happened here exactly? I don't know. A man walked in and just farted.
The man walked in, dropped trow
from 800 blocks away. He's just exploded, and the whole bank is gone, up in flames. It doesn't exist anymore. It's just a charred mess. It's like, that's quite interesting.
All the money is conveniently gone.
Where it went, we'll never know.
It may have just burnt in the fire.
Yeah, how is that the perfect crime? You just blew up all of the money that you're supposed to steal there.
No, but what they don't know is that you have it.
No, you were the muse. Your lackeys were in the back cracking the safe.
So like
before they even noticed, they were too distracted by your clouds.
misdirect. There we go.
By your clouds.
That's how you do the perfect crime. You need more than one person, right? So we need to have 3 of us.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
let's say
This is like
Liam, you're the
Ocean's
Taco
11
Bell
except
man.
Taco Bell.
We're on Ocean's 14 at this point, man. We need 14 people. One of them, or we'll have a backup Taco Boy, and
We'll have a backup Taco Boy.
yeah, and then so we have the Taco Boy, or even the 2 Taco Boys or girls. I mean, no discrimination here. They come into the front entrance, provide the distraction, and then we have the other 12 not taco people go in and steal the money. But how exactly? Like, if the money is in like this 6-foot thick vault,
You take one Taco Boy back there.
So now we have 3 Taco Boys.
He just lifts his leg and lets it rip, and it just melts the metal.
But that would also kill one. Yes, I mean, in controlled doses.
Exactly.
You can let out those farts without killing yourself.
As much as the rest of you. He just had their extra spicy, like, hot Cheeto crunch wrap or something.
Oh man, those things sound disgusting. Like, actually,
I wouldn't mind trying one, but I'm scared.
I also am.
be.
You are terrifying me of ever touching Taco Bell ever again.
It's quite delicious, but it's a bad idea.
It's quite delicious, but it's a bad idea. Sounds like
Taco Bell is a good idea before it's not.
Exactly. It's like
awesome
everything I've ever done in life.
Terrible in practice.
Yeah. Taco Bell is a restaurant where you eat food, and we all love food. But like aftermath, you know?
I mean, but like, here's the thing though. If it's done right, you've just, with 3 distractions, we have 1 main distraction person, and then a backup in case the main one fails. Then we have another one who's eating a lot of that Taco Bell to go in and just melt the vault, so we can have the rest of the people go in and then just kind of take out the money, and then we're good. That's the perfect crime. Okay?
Like you like
did you have some
threw
Taco
up
Bell,
into
dude?
the mic like 5 times?
Actually, it was only my 2nd time, and also, no, it wasn't Taco Bell. I don't think. Or was it?
I don't think someone snuck Taco Bell into your food.
No. That can't be right. That can't be right.
It's like your parents like sneaking vegetables into things to get your children to eat them. It's just you sneak Taco Bell into your food.
No.
To make them
You're trying to eat a stalk of broccoli, but there's a taco shoved in it.
I hate it when that happens. Actually, now that you mention that. Oh.
Now that you mentioned
no. There's no
celery stick my celery stick did kind of have a taco taste to it.
No,
it's interesting. My celery did kind of taste Mexican.
Does Taco Bell count as Mexican, or does it
counts as like
American?
It's an American chain, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Of course it is. You expect the Mexicans to disgrace their name that badly?
That's a fair point.
Well, you never know.
If you had true Mexican food, man, that's just like...
Yeah, I know. I've had true Mexican food.
Yeah. And there's a clear, distinct difference between a real Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, your ass doesn't explode the next day.
Well, actually, it kind of depends on what you eat. Like some quote unquote real Mexican food does actually do that sometimes.
Like what?
I think it really depends on the restaurant, though.
It depends on how much the chef wants to sabotage you.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's
Makes sense.
That's the primary thing, the primary reason of why that would happen.
You could say that.
Yeah. Anyways, back to how this relates to the perfect bank robbery.
It doesn't, but we're rolling with it.
You just gotta roll with it. You just gotta trust me on that.
Roll with it.
You gotta trust me on that. So once the perfect thing is pulled, how much? Well, what bank would you have to target for like good? How much money do you need for COVID research?
Like scratch the bank. We're taking this to the Royal Canadian Mint.
How much money is in the Royal Canadian Mint?
It's printed every day, man. It doesn't even matter. It's infinite money at this point.
Wait, so then instead of robbing it, we could just like control the Royal Canadian Mint. That's
exactly. You just
crime. We don't rob it. We control it.
Exactly. You just constantly eat Taco Bell until,
No, you live at the Royal Canadian Mint and have Taco Bell ordered every day.
Skip the dishes, baby.
And you sit there and you threaten. You threaten the security there.
Every time someone starts,
you have a Taco Bell dish in your hands. Like, listen, bud. Every cent that is made today and next week and the week following after better be donated to coronavirus research, or else I'm going to eat this. Do you understand me?
Every time someone tries to oppose you, you lift your leg.
Someone's walking up to you to prep negotiations, and you're like, careful.
You just kind of
tread lightly.
Tread lightly.
Every so often, when it's just like when there's an employee you don't like, you put the gas mask on. You like have a controlled amount let out, and it's like poison gas. Just kind of fills the room, like you can see it.
It's like the force. It's like the force chokehold, except it's.
We hire Mr. Methane.
We hire Mr. Methane to do it all for us.
Mr. Methane is our main man.
We get him to eat Taco Bell.
Yeah, we get him.
So we need to hire Mr. So for this theory, we need to hire Mr. Methane. We're still on theory 5, right?
Sort of, I guess. It doesn't even matter at this point.
I feel like this is the best theory to work with now. We could just throw the other theories out the window, I think.
Exactly.
This is the go-to theory on how to stop coronavirus. So we hire Mr. Methane somehow. We got to find his email, contact him, get him over here and tell business inquires like, hey, Mr. Methane, I hope you respond. This is very important, but we need you to eat a lot of Taco Bell and help us control the Royal Canadian Mint with your ass. This is vital for the Earth's survival.
This is crucial. This is an Avengers level threat.
It doesn't even matter how much he'd want to get paid because we'd be controlling the mint.
Well, we're only controlling the mint in one country, and it's not even like we're the most powerful country in the world.
I know, but still, it's infinite money. You can still
Yeah, but it's infinite Canadian money.
Yeah, and we all know that Canadian money ain't worth jack. So we have to target something higher.
Well, that's not true. It's worth quite more than most.
Yes, but there's something that's worth even more than that.
Yeah, it's called the American dollar.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's called the American
Here's
dollar.
the new plan. We tossed that old theory about robbing the Royal Canadian Mint out the window. We're going to a new theory now, okay?
Washington, D.C., the White House gets stuck up.
We're going to stick up the White House with nothing
Mr.
but our
Methane,
flatulence.
cheeks spread, aimed at the door.
We kind of hold him up like a bazooka.
And then we have the rest. Yeah?
The only thing we bring in our van is Mr. Methane and and his table, as well as Taco Bell.
And then we have the rest of the dudes that ate Taco Bell sticking up the Pentagon.
So are we just making an entire organized crime syndicate to save the world?
Yes.
Using nothing but Taco Bell?
Exactly.
The Taco Bell syndicate.
I thought this was quite explanatory from the start.
I mean...
I thought this was obvious.
Wait. I mean, it is pretty obvious when you think about it.
If you think about it. Taco Bell.
Yes, taco. I'm feeling a little rumbling in my stomach.
Oh.
It's
Did
fine.
you have Taco Bell? Are you sure you didn't have Taco Bell?
No, we've
Taco Bell doesn't cause burps.
Yeah.
What he would have been eating is I don't know, spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Wow, that was so anticlimactic.
That really was. I was expecting something like some crazy, something Lovecraftian. Like, oh no, what's he gonna say? He said spaghetti.
It's like spaghetti.
Spaghetti. It's like,
Of course,
okay.
spaghetti is the source of all burps.
I knew it. I knew it all along. It was the source.
And that's our mortal enemy. Is spaghetti. The mortal enemy of the Taco Bell syndicate is spaghetti.
Does this impact our plan to stick up the White House?
Probably not.
It might. There's a very, very low chance.
Do you think the Italian mafia could stick us up with spaghetti?
They could. And we just have a three-way Mexican standoff at the White House.
Three-way?
Three-way?
Oh, right, yeah, three-way. Because there's us, the Italian mafia, and also, what if the Italian mafia are trying to do the same thing that we're doing to save the world?
Did you just say the Italian mafia is Mexican?
What? No. What?
You said it was like a Mexican three-way. And I was like, what? And then you started
a Mexican standoff.
Where the hell did the Italian mob come in?
We were talking about spaghetti. Did you get lost in a conversation?
Mexican standoff, and then what the hell does the Italians have to do with it?
Because I realized we were talking about Taco Bell this entire time, but a Mexican standoff doesn't relate to this. It's just called that. It's just that.
You brought up spaghetti, which is, and then we said, well, if the Italian mafia is gonna battle us with spaghetti, then we have a three-way Mexican standoff between us, the Italian mafia, and the president of the United States.
Yeah, but then there's like the fake Italians that invented pizza coming to slap their greasy slices.
What about fake Italian? We're talking about the real Italian mafia.
Who cares? There's always knockoffs.
You're saying the Chinese bootlegs of the Italian mafia? Is that what you're bringing up here?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm bringing up.
Is that what we're dealing with? Is that what is in our path?
So it's a four-way.
Yes.
It's a four-way Mexican standoff.
Yes, sort of. And then, I don't know.
It's just, it's like three different food chains or food types versus America.
Colonel Sanders is coming to lay waste.
He's going to be... Well, we're just adding to this Mexican standoff now. We're going to have like fried chicken in this battle to save the universe or the world. Or the universe.
It's finger licking good. Power fist somebody.
What?
all the massive restaurants in the world are just coming together to try and stick up the United States government to get money to fund coronavirus research.
So we could stop
think about it. Okay, let's think. Like every single major fast food chain's mascot, what would their superpower be to stick up the United States?
Colonel Sanders says is just unlimited supply of charm.
And
seduces.
He'll seduce Donald Trump for unlimited money with chicken and nothing but his amazing good looks.
Yeah.
Yep. And the fact they're both racist. So, I think there's a mutual ground there.
So wait, would Colonel Sanders join the president?
Oh, no, he's on our side. We've already paid him off.
Oh,
we paid him off?
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
What? We don't have money. The whole point of this stick-up is so that we can get money.
It's a pro bono case, okay? You only get paid if we win.
We don't even have chicken. We only have our small supply of tacos, or however big our supply of tacos is for this little stick-up.
That's why we needed to incorporate the fast food chains, which is why I'm telling you why we need to come up with the superpowers.
Okay, well then what other superpowers do we have? We have Wendy's.
I guess you could just, what do you call it? Like, whore around, I guess? I don't know.
Whoa.
Okay. 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 Maybe not Wendy's.
Maybe not Wendy's.
Okay, we'll skip Wendy's. Okay, Ronald
The
McDonald.
United States government calls in McDonald's for backup.
It's got his sesame seed buns. I don't know.
No,
Wait.
he scares children.
He's scared. Yeah. Wait, so is
Except
Ronald McDonald
instead of scaring
working with?
children-
No, scaring children isn't Ronald McDonald. That's Subway.
All right.
Is there some context I'm missing?
You are.
dude,
There is
Jared
some
Leto.
big con.
Not Jared Leto. It's Jared. Fogle.
Jared Leto.
Jared
You heard it here first, folks. Jared Leto molests children.
Anyways, Gabe, tell him the story about what's his nuts.
I believe his name's Jared Fogle. He works.
Yeah.
I think it's like he was an employee at Subway or something, and he was a pedophile.
Oh,
He
that's
was like-
lovely.
He was like the main mascot, like the face of the company.
Yeah.
Wait, is that the
he was-
same guy that ate Subway sandwiches for a very long time
Yeah,
and then like got thin because of it?
something like that, I think.
Oh
Yeah, I think
wow.
so.
Okay, now I understand. Yikes.
I think we can rule out Wendy's and Jared Fogle from being on our side right now. I believe Ronald McDonald is on the government side. So
yeah, because
that,
McDonald's
got
is the biggest.
Burger King, the
we
king
got
is
Burger
just
King.
swagged out.
What is the power of the Burger King for our side
Existing.
Just
Ex-
flop
just
his
existence.
big meat on the table and just asserts dominance over everyone.
right now? I mean, he is a king.
Slaps his big meat patties right
Slaps
on the
his
desk.
Whopper.
His angry Whopper at it.
And he says, you do not want to mess with this.
I feel like Burger King is just our biggest ally in this.
He would be.
Yeah.
He's
He would
like
be.
he's like Canada to America, but we're yeah.
Okay, so what do we have on our side right now?
So we have Burger King on our side.
Taco
Okay,
Bell
so
because we're sponsored.
Yeah.
We're sp-
And we're facing off against the Italian mob, McDonald's, the United States of America.
do
And who
do you
else?
think Wendy's and Subway are like neutral, or do they have a side?
I think they should just be Russian and just be, there.
Wait, so we're fighting the Russians now too?
No, we're not fighting them. They're just a neutral party.
Oh, okay.
They're just
okay,
kind of
so we
there,
can just
you
kinda-
know?
It's like
Right,
a
so we're
loaded
only-
gun that's just no one's wielding.
Yes. Okay, so then our current enemies, not our enemies, but our oppositions, are the Italian mafia and the U.S. government.
It was McDonald's.
The rumbling's starting again. It's getting worse now.
Yep.
Are you sure you're
Um,
on Taco Bell's side here, Gabe?
Yeah, I'm on Taco Bell's side. I mean, like, oh,
Uh-oh.
It's contagious.
contagious.
It is contagious.
Is it? Anyways, so we have the Italian mob that. Do they have any allies?
The Italian
Beats me.
mob? I don't think they need allies.
I mean, it is the Italian mob we're talking about. I mean, like, yeah, you're right. They don't need any allies. They're just kind of good on their own.
Imagine if, like, entire countries were run by just fast food chains.
Well, that's basically what's happening. They're like
That is-
controlling the
is-
economy at this point.
They're like 90% of the economy, bro. Like, they're huge.
The American economy is like genuinely 90% fast food.
Fast food. You can say that for like most like big countries out there. It's the fast food chains that rule everything. That's
Yep.
why the more big fast food chains we have on our side, the more powerful we become for that to work.
For this plan to execute properly, we need more allies.
Our current allies
We
are
have
Mr.
we have
Methane.
strength in numbers.
Yes, exactly. Even if we're the weakest, the more numbers we have, will always win. So
we have Taco Bell and Burger King.
What if we get Five Guys?
Five Guys? Dude.
Five Guys.
Dude, if we get Five Guys, what's Five Guys mascot?
Five Guys.
I don't know. Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. Why didn't I think of that?
I don't know, man. It was.
I mean,
it was
I feel
there.
like it's up to the imagination. We could just the Five Guys could be whatever guys we want it to be. Who are 5 guys we want on our side? Think of like who would be the most beneficial for us.
Burger King.
But we already have Burger King.
We already have Burger King.
But he's one of the 5 guys. That's all we need. So we don't need more allies.
No, we don't.
We just have Burger King. By the way, Five Guys apparently doesn't have a mascot.
No, it's literally 5 guys.
Yeah, the mascot's just a stock picture of 5 dudes smiling.
It's just 5 dudes smiling maniacally.
Yeah, that's the 5 Guys mascot.
Eat our burgers. They're pretty good. We have peanuts.
Peanuts? What?
They serve them as like a starter thing.
Oh, do they?
Have you ever been to Ground Round in the States?
I haven't.
Oh, well, that just completely takes away everything I just had. Olive Garden. Have you been there?
Yes, of course.
The breadsticks they have there just chilling before your meal comes.
They have an unlimited supply of breadsticks that we can use to not only fuel our health, but also as weapons if we launch them at high enough velocities.
Breadsticks as weapons.
Yeah, because they're stale enough.
Yeah,
reload them into railguns, make them
exactly.
Stale.
Olive Garden breadstick railguns. It's genius.
It sounds like the perfect plan.
Dude, we already have the perfect plan going. Like, let's go back to the beginning. Let's do like a quick
recap, just in case anyone got lost.
Quick recap because it's pretty easy to get lost in this theory. So we recruit Mr. Methane and get him to eat a lot of Taco Bell, and while we're at it, just get the entirety of Taco Bell on our side. Get Burger King. Get Burger King on our side because he's the hunk. He's the big boy. He's
the big boy.
He's
the
man.
brawn of this operation.
He is our win card, dude. Like, it's just we pull him out, we win. He's the trump card. And
it's just that easy.
It's that easy. And we also have 5 guys. They could just be 5 dudes we find. It doesn't matter who they are. They're just some backup goons.
We have peanuts as well. They gave us peanuts for some form of supply. We'll figure that out later.
Yes. And we have Olive Garden. And we must confront against 2 teams. Ronald McDonald with the US government is one team, and the Italian mafia is on another team. So if we go into this battle, we gotta split our resources to combat both.
Yeah, because we want to take down the US government, but we also need to stay vigilant about the Italian mafia.
Yeah, we gotta
take over our plan.
Exactly.
This is our plan.
Yes. So, to divide our resources up, we gotta send Burger King. Who should we send Burger King to face?
I think we have to fight the United States government with Mr. Methane taco powers.
Right.
And then we'll let Burger King and 5 Guys take care of the Italian mob.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that Burger King and just 5 extra guys as backup will go and face the Italian mafia, and then we're gonna go with Olive Garden powered Taco Bell breadstick farts and Mr. Methane, and we're going to take on.
that was a mouthful.
That is probably the most convoluted sentence I've ever said. And we're going to take on the United States government along with Ronald McDonald like that. And
I see no flaws.
And when we take over the United States government, we just control the economy and divert every cent of the American economy into coronavirus research funding. And then bada bing, bada boom.
Bada boom.
We just solved the coronavirus problem. It's that easy.
And then we take over the United States afterwards. But
yes,
that's for later.
Yes, that's part of our world domination plan later. But this happens first.
It's like it's part of our 10-step plan after our 10-step plan. You know what I mean?
Well, this is like the pre-10-step plan because we don't want to take over a world that's being destroyed by a pandemic, right?
Yeah.
No, we want people.
Oh, Roman's getting there again.
That seems to be getting worse there, my guy.
It does. Yeah. So we take over government. Boom, and that is theory 6. I think that's the best theory yet, personally.
Makes sense.
I agree.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, unless you guys have. Oh.
Uh-oh.
I had nachos.
Okay.
How fitting.
Oh man.
Oh,
you're right there, man.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just gassing my room. Oh.
Sponsored by Taco Bell.
Oh my god.
Wait, whoa.
God,
Hey.
Jesus Christ. I can hardly breathe.
Then get out of your room.
You're gonna have to move to a new location. Also, in case of any legal actions, I would just like to mention that we are not sponsored by Taco Bell. That is a joke.
Yeah. That is.
We're not sponsored.
We're not actually sponsored by Taco Bell. But this plan is actually going to happen, and we'll be sponsored by Taco Bell. That is for sure.
When are we doing this?
Eventually.
This is the perfect. Is this even a crime if we're saving the world?
Is
I
it?
don't know. Like,
No,
I don't know.
That's what makes it the perfect crime, is that no one knows it's a crime.
That's what makes
Bro,
it
we're
perfect.
sticking up
crime.
the Pentagon. This is totally a crime.
Oh, I forgot about that part of the plan. Wait, why are we sticking? Why are we sticking up the Pentagon again?
Because if we stick up the White House, they're going to send backup, and the Pentagon is like the center of the states. Like
we don't have any we don't have any forces to divert to the Pentagon because the Burger King is already distracted by the mafia.
No, that was part of the original thing, was that we sent a few of our guys.
I think we should recruit Wendy's just to do that.
I thought Wendy's will distract the Pentagon by whoring around.
Exactly.
Perfect.
There we go. Perfect. Now
Everyone
the plan is
has a
set in
place.
stone. Everybody has a purpose. We should come out with minimal casualties.
Should.
And then bada bing, bada boom. Theory 6 works. Why hasn't anyone else thought of this before? This is a foolproof plan.
Why hasn't anyone thought of this? I don't understand this.
For all we know, like the states have this in their like FBI book of plans.
Files.
No, this is one of their countermeasures. Like they're gonna expect this exact thing to happen. They probably have countermeasures. We have to anticipate those countermeasures.
Their countermeasures are they hire Chick-fil-A.
Oh, right, I forgot about Chick-fil-A.
We can recruit Popeyes.
We recruit Popeyes.
Okay. But what
Distract
if they
everyone with
anticipate
their
that
biscuits?
But what if they anticipate us anticipating their countermeasure? They'll have something.
Then we anticipate their countermeasure to anticipate us to anticipate their countermeasure.
By hiring who?
Yes, who?
No, we already have KFC.
We already have KFC.
Yeah, he's distracted the president.
Mary Brown's.
Yeah. Mary Brown's.
There we go. Mary Brown's will be on our side. So we have Mary Brown's and Popeyes against. I feel like we need to draw like some kind of graph here because I'm getting lost.
Okay. We'll go from we get to the White House. We're in the White House, right?
Yes, we're in the White House.
We say, "Hey, give us all the money for coronavirus research." They say, "No, I'm calling the FBI." And we say, "Nah, right? because we have control of the Pentagon. But then
Well,
they
we don't have
call
control of the
McDonald's.
Pentagon. We only distracted the Pentagon. We don't have control over it.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I mean,
they're
maybe Wendy's
distracted.
was like really, really convincing.
Yeah, maybe we just underestimated Wendy's.
We don't know what happens to the Pentagon. All right.
That we
don't know what
can't. But that's
happens.
out of our control. We'll forget about that. Whatever happens.
Probably just a
about
bunch
that
of
later.
old white men running it anyway. Wendy's will have total control over them in like 5 minutes.
So
we continue worrying about the White House.
Okay, so then they call McDonald's, and Ronald McDonald and his squad pulls up, and we're like, oh crap, what do we do now? We're just like, just kidding. We call Burger King. Burger King shows up, right?
Right.
And then in sometime in between all this happening, the Italian mob's there, but we don't worry about them. We figured that out later.
No, I thought Burger King was there to distract the Italian mob because they're like actually like really powerful.
Yeah, right.
Like,
yeah,
they're
right,
a force to be reckoned with. The Burger
bad.
King is there to take out or at least like tussle with the Italian mob so we can worry about the White House. So we don't have Burger King against the White House.
I'm sorry. My bad. That's my bad.
Right. It's all right.
Okay, so after we get Burger King to take care of them, they call in more backup because they know we're prepared. So they call in Chick-fil-A. And we're just like, oh no. What do we do now? We call in
Mary Browns.
No, we call in
Popeyes
Colonel
was
Sanders.
first.
Oh, yeah, Popeyes.
No, we call in Colonel Sanders to keep the president, the president occupied, right?
Right.
And then we call in Popeyes, right? So they come in and they're sitting there just like, sup, we got chicken and it's better than yours. And that just completely destroys the mental capacity of Chick-fil-A. So we've already beaten them.
Mary Brown's comes in and flops the crispy cock on the table, literally.
and then we just win. They just surrender.
I don't remember that being part of the plan.
It was a countermeasure. It was like intimidation.
Intimidation.
Yeah.
Wait, where's
and like how that intimidation? They just surrender.
It was like the same way the states dropped a bunch, flew over Russia during the Cold War and dropped like extra large size condoms titled medium to get into the heads of their enemies.
Wait, what? I zoned out for like the entirety of that.
He's talking about U.S. war tactics. Don't worry about it.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Continue.
What was the last thing you heard when you tuned in?
Extra large medium condoms or something like that.
Yeah.
That's all I remember. Yes.
Yeah, I was just explaining how the U.S. fighting Russia in the Cold War flew over enemy fields and dropped extra large condoms titled medium so they could like get into the minds of their enemies to like prove that they're already superior.
Psychological warfare at its finest.
Yep.
That's pretty effective, actually.
God bless America.
Like that's actually probably like the most intimidating war tactic you could possibly think of.
Yep.
But once again, where does Taco Bell fit in all this?
Well, they're our sponsor.
Yeah, they're powering Mr. Methane.
Yeah.
But what's he there for?
Like to stick up the White House.
Yeah, he's our weapon.
Oh,
he's our ultimate weapon.
Right.
The ultimate weapon.
So we stick it up with Mr. Methane. Colonel Sanders distracts the president, and we defeat Chick-fil-A with Mary Brown's. No, with KFC.
And Mary Brown's.
With Popeyes and Mary Brown. 5 Guys in Burger King deal with the mafia, and Wendy's deal with the Pentagon. Is there anything we didn't account for?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I think that's everything. And then we get the money, fund the research, and then win.
Yeah, that just about
saved the world.
Yeah, that just about wraps it up.
Wow.
And then we go into hiding for the rest of our lives.
Well, yeah.
No, but then we execute our 10-step plan for world domination afterwards. But that's once the economy settles after the fallout of COVID, once we solve that issue.
Exactly, which makes IKEA cheaper.
There we go.
So
this all folds in.
This is all actually extremely large 3 million IQ brain right now. You don't even understand
smart.
because we are stupid smart.
We are wicked smart. We're baby geniuses.
Insane smart.
I fit square peg in round hole.
That kind of smart. That is
We're
huge
that
level
kind of smart.
Absurd genius.
Yep. I think that just about wraps up episode 6.
That's theory 6. That's how we solve COVID. And we're sorry about that. That rumbling is that stomach rumbling is really bad.
Yep.
Are you doing all right?
Oh God. I don't know, man. Oh, Liam, are you like feeling this stomach rumble?
Oh yeah, it's bad, Chief.
Aiden?
I'm fine. I don't know what you guys are on.
Oh man, dude, I feel like I'm gonna explode. Oh God. Oh, dude, I smell it.
Oh, this smells awful, guys.
Thanks for listening.